Hi, for today's grief talk, let's chat about the usage of moving on. First off, I do want to say that I can understand why someone would say this to a griever because I'm sure it's hard for anyone to witness someone being sad and going through a hard time. But in my opinion, telling someone to move on is not very helpful because grief is not something that you will unfortunately ever be able to move on from. Grief is tough and grief is sad, but grief is also such a beautiful reminder of the love that you have for the person that is gone. And if that means I'm going to be grieving for the rest of my life, so be it, because I would rather remember my love for Tony and the love that Tony had for me than to pretend like that phase of my life never happened just to protect myself from feeling any sort of pain. I'm a firm believer that if you don't face the challenges that you are experiencing, it will eventually always come back up and you will have to deal with it at some point in your life. I, along with many other grievers on here, are genuinely putting in so much hard work and effort to grieve gracefully and remember our past loved ones and doing our absolute best to make it through the next day. And by telling someone to move on, it's like you're downplaying the hard work that it took for them to even get to this point, and as if moving on is something so easy to do. I will never move on from grieving Tony, but I can move forward in my grief and I can continue to heal and process and understand how grief is affecting and changing me as a person. I hope that made sense and I hope that was helpful. So I will talk to you all in the next grief talk. Bye bye.